Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Dutchman and today we're going to be testing a few ships. This is a very simple test, a 1v1 of 4 ships. We have the Victory against the MC-80 wingless and we have the Procursator against a MC-80 wingless.
Reporting in.
It's a very simple test designed to see which of these ships is basically best suited for ship-to-ship combat. That should of course be the Procursator.
Awaiting orders.
And it should win by a landslide.
Full speed ahead. I copy.
But of course the Victory is very versatile with its missiles and its fighter garrison, so we're going to see how well they both fare. These ships are costed roughly the same. The Procursator, everything here costs 6,000 credits except for the Procursator, which is 6,500.
Yes, Commander.
I'm not going to do power of the overcharge just yet because it still has the shields active.
Bomber squadron reporting.
Now the Victory of course has a advantage because it has missiles which can penetrate shields, and of course Mon Calamari ships are
fire for maximum effect.
very heavily shielded. However, the Procursator has an advantage in that it has about 40% more health overall than the Victory has. So with its extended durability, I think it'll do quite well here. Downside, it can't actually fire these turbo lasers on the side. It has several turreted turbo lasers that are untargetable, as you can see right here. I think they're trying to fire, but
battery is online.
I think they can't actually do it. Ah, that's a shame.
Moving into
almost cut
position.
them down.
We'll
No,
be there shortly.
other way around.
Right away. Moving up.
If you
open fire.
Alright, it's not
Weapons
going to do
ready.
that. How's the Victory doing?
Attack that.
Alright,
target.
it's actually running away. That's, I would say that's a problem. Oh no, wait, I removed
At
the...
your command. Attacking target.
I removed
Our
the
primary
close
engine
wings
system
ability,
is down.
which sped up the ship. That's unfortunate.
Ready for battle.
So now it'll start absolutely wrecking the ship.
Excellent shot.
If that actually goes in, then that might be... Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. See, that was not supposed to happen, but we'll do this battle twice, once from the Imperial perspective and once from the...
Heading out. Ready for duty. Fire at will.
Once from the Rebel perspective, which we'll do after this. Now,
Fallout.
this is really kind of unfortunate. It should not be doing this. The map is large enough that I figured they wouldn't actually try to gank one
Setting up my run.
one ship,
Roger
which is
that.
what they're trying to do, but luckily the
Let's
ship
move
is so
out.
sturdy
Let's go.
if it can actually get moving. The ship is so sturdy that it should be able to still take out this MC-80 wingless while tanking this one.
Form up. Targeting at maximum firepower.
Still not ideal, but of course the Procursator is pretty much the pinnacle of one-to-one ship-to-ship combat, of its price range at least, so it should be able to destroy anything on this battlefield. Of course this one, it's taken out quite nicely. Its flanking turbo lasers here should be able to take out the bombers, except that this asshole here got into the fight, which the Victory should be able to deal with. Now, the overcharged primary batteries only works with the turbo lasers, and since this ship isn't quite capable of getting through the shields just yet, I don't think that that's very useful.
Direct fire at their laser cannon.
Of course, the Procursator is pretty much all turbo lasers. It's got about 50% more total turbo laser firepower than the Victory, so overcharging it is a lot more useful. And as you saw earlier in the battle, the Victory has a few difficulties of getting through the shields of the MC-80 wingless. Of course, Mon Calamari cruisers are heavily shielded, while the Procursator just gets right through them
Targeting.
with its turbo lasers. It had ion cannons, which are, well, it still has one left. One battery. So this is just tanking that ship and that ship as well, even though this one's getting shields back. So what we're going to do is you know what, we're just simply going to redo this battle. I'd redo the video, but I already did it twice, so we're not going to do that again. We'll just take into account that they're going to run towards each other, and then we'll position ourselves accordingly. What we're going to do is we're going to get you over there.
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to get
Ready.
you over there.
Keep going. This way.
And try to prevent them from
Cruiser
moving into each
reporting.
other. I'm not sure if we can,
Ready
but
for
we'll try. So yeah, I think I pretty much set the strengths and weaknesses of each ship. The Victory has a lot less health and a lot less firepower, but it has the missiles, which can be used to catch, for example, fighters, and to do damage while the ship is still shielded. While the Procursator very clearly has to get through the shields first.
Over there.
Alright, well, firing at that right now isn't going to be very useful because of the power to shields ability. So let's actually see if we can get some of these down. Probably not, because turbo lasers aren't all that great against fighter craft, but we may be able to hit one while we wait for this power to shields to wear off. Yeah, now we're in. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go power to weapons, and we're going to simply get in between them. Okay, so I want to get in between the ships so that they don't move towards each other. That one's already running, so we kind of want to hurry up.
Ready for battle.
Now, the power to weapons in the game for the Star Destroyers is actually something else. It is overcharged primary battery. This does not actually cost any energy, as in it will not cost you any shields and it will not cost you any speed. It's just a power surge for the weapons, main weapons that is. Turbo lasers always. There are no overcharged ion cannons for Star Destroyers. Which for the Victory isn't that useful because it's turbo lasers on that, and it's doing it again.
Moving into position.
Okay, you know what? We'll just make it a 2v2 then.
We'll be there shortly.
Which the Procursator should still win, even with its vulnerability against bombers, since of course it has nothing to really deal with that except for its turbo lasers. Which, to be fair, if a bomber is hit by these quad turbo lasers, it's just gonna get instantly melted. Okay, I'll try to direct the fire towards the ship so that we don't really interfere with the ship test, but I don't think we're gonna be able to
maximum effect.
This thing still has its shields. Yeah, that's already done. Now, if only those turbo lasers would actually be able to fire. They do fire through the ship. Can't defend that. So we've got 8 quad turbo lasers here. We've got 4 here. 4 on each side, of course. We've got 3 heavy over here. They're also quads, but they fire a lot faster, so.
Our shields are down.
As expected, the ship's absolutely wrecking the MC-80 wingless.
Copy.
This one is still not going through the shields.
Fire. Moving out.
Maybe if we get that side firing, it may do it.
I copy.
Still not sure.
Fire.
Alright, so this ship is now tanking 2 MC-80s. Still holding, of course. Again, total amount of health, shields plus armor, the Procursator does have 40% more total health compared to the Victory, which is actually very significant, and over here you can see how useful it is. It's also got plenty of firepower to actually get through the shields, even at the power to shields ability, which is good. The power to shields ability in the mod has been changed. Okay, that one's down. The power to shields is now more of a passive mode that you can activate. It lasts 25 seconds, which seems rather long, but the actual shield increase is not that significant. You get about 3 times the shield recharge instead of the like 10 you got in the default capability. So you can still get through the shields, but you can also keep it active for longer. Instead of a clickable ability, I thought of it more as a mode with the ship in, you know? 25% or 25 seconds that you can keep it active, and it has a recharge of 40 seconds. So you can continuously do it, but you do sacrifice a significant amount of firepower, about 60%. But you do get faster shield recharge. So it's less extreme now. It's less of a, oh shit, my shields are down, let's hit power to shields, and in 5 seconds we have full shields again, and more of a combat stance, so to say. If you've played the Battlefield Earth series, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Targeting at maximum firepower. Attacking target. Holding fire for maximum.
Alright, so that was I'd say a whitewash. I mean, this thing is almost destroyed while the Victory took no damage at all, almost. But then again, they didn't really engage the Victory while the Procursator tanked 2 MC-80s. So that's good. We can at least say that the Procursator is powerful enough for its price range, of course. Everything has to be seen in price ranges, of course. Now we're going to switch it around. If I can click the factions. And let's do it again. The easy, medium, hard AI gets no bonuses on combat ability, so that's not really a problem. I actually foresee this going quite well, except up here.
Awaiting orders. I'm on it. Frigate reporting. Orders received.
Maybe the AI here will try to do the same, so we'll actually try to
Y-wing squadron
get in
reporting.
between them.
Squadron reporting.
And I will
Y-wing
go
standing
for the shield.
by.
Alright, so you're going
Take
for
down
the
those
shields.
Standing by.
You can go for the
Target
bombers.
confirmed.
And I want you just to straight up fire, actually. Just don't do anything. The ship has quite a few weapons, but they are they point various at various angles around the ship. So
Your orders? Hitting the ion cannon
no
banks.
shields.
Weapons armed.
You can definitely keep. No, stop.
Ready
Oh, I
for
hate it
orders.
when the full stop doesn't work.
Directing all
Yes,
fire
so
on the
annoying.
shield generator.
Ah, good. It worked.
Bombers at the ready.
Alright, so let's see
Primary
how this
target is the
goes.
shield
It's
generator.
already running. You don't need that because I don't think
We're
that
on the
the
move.
victory can actually
Moving
adequately
ahead.
get through the shields. Again, remember, Mon Calamari
Bombers
cruisers have very
reporting in.
little actual health, but they do have a lot of
Assault
shields and a
frigate
lot of shield regen, so they're pretty good at that.
Standing by.
And that was with the full power to shield ability active, so. And it's still getting through.
Reporting in.
Procursator is
Ready
just
for
such a
combat.
solid ship, man. We didn't even get the
I
shield
should be
generator.
there any moment now. Take down those shields.
Of course, the Y-Wing does have very small ion cannons, but they don't fire that quickly. They're still useful, but not that useful. It's also one of the few ships that actually gets to fire at frigates with its main lasers.
Ready.
Alright, so now we're gonna
Target
take
the
out the
Y-wing
turbo
here.
lasers and not the actual weapon banks, because the weapon banks have a lot more health, as you would expect, they're encased in armor, while the turrets are exposed. What the hell is that victory?
Calling for me, sir.
What? Did it? No,
We're
shit.
going in.
Okay
Roger
then.
Moving into position.
I should have another Y-Wing squad. Is it? No, it's here. What the hell? Oh shit.
Form up. Almost
Um.
there. Awaiting orders.
Okay, so with. No, you can actually win.
Enemy spotted.
This is interesting. I didn't actually
lasers
expect
are
this
target.
MZ cruiser to be able to win from this this Procursator,
Right away.
because it should
We have them
absolutely
in our
decimate it.
sights.
But I suppose with
Roger
proper fighter usage, it can be done. Of course, the AI is rather dumb. You
Copy.
don't need that much. Just keep the firepower.
Order
going.
confirmed. Destroy the shield generator.
Oh, no, the triple turbo lasers are over here, so
I copy.
I'm just gonna disable all against them. The triple turbo lasers on the MC cruisers, at least the MC wingless, have 2 face forward, 2 face backward. So you're never really gonna get the
Moving out.
whole package of firepower. I might try to turn it sideways, then they might be able to fire, but I'm not quite sure.
Awaiting orders.
I did set up the ships to have,
All out.
at least the MC cruisers to have very wide
Frigate reporting.
firearms. So, let's see if I can get the rear triple turbo lasers here.
Ready to engage.
Nah, it's still not really doing it, is it? This ship is still taking a lot of damage from the victory,
Let's
even
move
though
out.
it's not getting through the shields, thanks to the missiles, of course. But I don't think it's actually making up for the firepower of the,
Target in sight.
Form up. Starting my run.
Cannons armed.
making up for the total amount of firepower that the Procursator has.
Let's go.
And this ship is still taking heavy damage. Okay. Actually, I wanted that online.
Transfer all power. Initiating attack.
As you can see, as I mentioned, the firepower is not completely cut off with the power to
Weapons
shields, and
armed.
it's also not a
Yes, Commander.
let's get all the shields back instantly win button. As you can see, the shields come back very slowly, but it does have a significant bonus to shield recharge. It's just more normalized. so
Attack.
to say. Yeah. Overall, the Procursator is just so well suited for ship-to-ship combat.
Assault
It's quite
Brigadier.
crazy. There's
going.
pretty much nothing
This
in
way.
its price class which can actually beat it, except for this, which I find a little funny. Well, we did just prove that the opposite is possible, so. And that actually won while it was tanking 2 MC-80s, so. I'm still gonna say that that ship is way better than
Standing
this
by.
one.
Fire.
Alright, so.
Ready.
Let's compare. This
Roger
ship
that.
only got by the skin of its teeth and continuous usage of the power to shields ability. While this one actually never got its shields down, but it took a little bit of damage anyway, thanks to the bombers and the missiles of the Victory.
Awaiting order.
This ship's definitely worse off, and in a 1v1 of two decent
there.
players, you definitely see how the Procursator is far more valuable in ship-to-ship combat than the Victory itself, even though the Victory is more versatile. So that was it. The MC-80 versus the Victory Star Destroyer and the Procursator. Everything costs 6,000 except for the Procursator, which is 6,500. And yeah, as you can see, it's apparently more about the actual micro of the ships than it is about the actual ship's strength. But everything put together, you can still see that the Procursator is definitely the most capable warship here for 1v1, which is essentially what I wanted to test. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.